Jeremy bloody Corbyn. I remember Is
that my voice?
I remember
Wait, who are we
I
being
obviously canvassed for Corbyn, right? And I remember being in Kensington. It was Kensington. Which one was this? It must have been 17, right? And I was in Kensington, and Grenfell just happened. And you know what it's like. You do Kensington on one street, and it's fucking working class people, and they're like, yeah, we love him. And then you go on the next street, and it's like, I'm not voting for Labour, Jeremy bloody Corbyn's in charge, and then like slam the door shut in my face.
That sounds familiar. Yes, that was my life for quite a long time. So I was, basically my job ended because we lost an election. So it wasn't so much about like the change of leadership; it was about losing the election. And to be honest, like I was ready for a break.
I mean, by 2019, it was like wading through shit, really, wasn't it?
I mean, but you know what? Like, I know this won't necessarily get me any fans, but like, I was supportive of after he became leader of Starmer, not because I thought he was perfect, but because like I was being a good little loyal Labour Party person. So
Can you tell us? Did you vote for him? Can you tell us?
Definitely
it was
not.
slim pickings, obviously, but like we.
But
you wanted it to work.
Sorry, just to be clear, I didn't vote for him in the
leadership election.
I am a Labour Party member, so I would definitely vote for him in a general.
Wait, how long have you been a Labour Party member? When did you join?
In the like mid-2010s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I joined Labour when I was 16.
Hey, well done.
I joined the Labour Party when I was 16.
Yeah, but like I worked for the BBC and stuff like that.
So you had more important things to do.
No. It's in like, I mean, you can be a political party member and work for the BBC, but it like, I mean, like you can't like.
No, but I believed in it.
You can't go canvassing if you work for the BBC. I think.
I believed in it, and I believed in Gordon Brown. I really believed in Gordon Brown. Yeah. Gordon Brown, in my opinion, is the best Prime Minister of my life. And you know the second best Prime Minister is? Unfortunately, it's unpopular, going to cancel me. It's Theresa May. Theresa May is the second best Prime Minister of my life. Think about my life. Do you know what I mean? Who else is there?
I mean...
The third best is probably, I don't even know. The third best is probably the lettuce. Anyway, so I really believed in it. And then obviously Corbyn came along. I was always like a lefty. And I believe that, so I still have, I'm sorry I'm yapping on, but I still have a romantic attachment, but I haven't been, I quit when I didn't even, I think I did vote for Beckland Bailey and then I quit.
I mean, like Gordon Brown, is a very, very strong proponent of the kinds of financial capitalism that have ruined a lot of people's lives, you know. And like, yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, why I don't think he's like. I think he's a really impressive individual in loads of ways. Like my job at the moment involves reading through. I read Tony Blair's energy policy memos.
What, from the Institute or him?
From him. No, sorry, from when he was Prime Minister.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I sit and read.
Oh, is this part of your recent political history research? Yeah.
So I read his papers from Downing Street from when he was Prime Minister, and also lots of stuff involving Gordon Brown as well. And they're super impressive in lots of ways.
The two of them.
The two of them,
I'm sure they are.
They are tough bitches, and they knew what they were on. It doesn't mean that they're good people.
Well, no, but look, I'm saying it from a romantic point.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. Like, I was a kid, and
sorry, 16-year-old.
I was a kid, and also, I'm not being funny. I was devastated when they lost, and I still hate Nick Clegg with full passion of Christ. Do you know what I mean? He had, I don't know if he was selling a book or something recently, but he did a bit of a press run recently. And I was like, why are you letting this fucking bitch? After he left us, sorry, I'm going to rant again. After he left us, he went to Facebook to go and be their PR guy to be like,
To be their lobbying
it's
guy.
not. Exactly. It's not addictive to children. It's not addictive to children when everybody knows it's addictive. Anyone who's got a phone knows this shit is addictive. And Nick Clegg went from fucking up our country to fucking up everyone else's kids. I really hate him.
Like, put that on a t-shirt.
Because I paid $9,000 and like it was the first year to do it.
Yeah. I in the 2015 election was the assistant producer on a documentary like going around the country with Nick Clegg on the election.
Oh really?
Campaign.
For BBC? But just
Probably
journalism,
ITV.
journalism. Okay.
Like thinking, what the hell was that? And
That must have been a rough election for him.
yeah, you know what? He was fine.
Well, he probably already had a job lined up.
Exactly. Maybe it would, and I guess it would be actually a little bit before the election campaign as well. Point is that, you know, I would like sit in the back of the like armored Range Rover carrying like a tripod or whatever, and the big famous journalist I was working with would be sitting with the deputy prime minister, having a nice conversation, and they would just. It was all so easy and relaxed, and they were fine. And I remember thinking, this country's fucked.
Well, it's the time where they all thought it was still a game. And if you think about what was about to happen, because they all thought, oh, we're just going to be suits and boots for ages. Do you know what I mean? Like what was about to happen was Jeremy Corbyn was about to get elected, so then the whole political system was going to get geared towards getting him out. Then Brexit was about to happen, and like their whole kind of politics and ethos and worldview was about to get completely discredited.
The thing that I remember Clegg saying, here's a little scoop for you.
Okay, go for it.
Me completely unethically saying what I heard in the back of a car. I remember him saying, obviously it's ridiculous for the UK to have Trident, to have its own nuclear system. Like, we're a middle power, he was saying, and so like we don't need and cannot afford our own nuclear weapons. Not government policy when he was Deputy Prime Minister. And I remember sitting there just thinking, wow, yeah, there's this kind of such an acceptance amongst our elite of like facts like that they would never say in public. And this is kind of what I mean about like how the inauthenticity of our political elites comes from the fact that they have so little power actually over what is happening in the country, and they are so at the behest of what is happening economically and politically at the global level, and they have to pretend that like this is a autonomous, powerful country that can do things like leave the EU without having terrible consequences. Pretend that like we are the kind of world power that can usefully have a nuclear warhead, a nuclear warhead that we basically can't use, at least long term, without the Americans say so. They're pretending that publicly, and then privately they are very comfortably saying to each other, obviously it's all ridiculous. Obviously,
well,
that's
why
not
they've had their asses handed to them for the last 10 years.
Yeah, I agree.
Where are you at with the Labour Party now? Obviously, you're still a member, right?
I am still a member.
You didn't.
Which all of my friends take the piss out
you
of
didn't
me.
jump over to the Greens. I get it, because actually, like, I really like what the Greens are doing. I haven't joined, just because I think I've shifted. I think I've shifted what I think the purpose of a political party is. One, if it had union affiliations, maybe I would be more inclined to join it. But two, I think that the purpose of a party, again, is a tool to get what I want, you know, like, and right now the left, Greens are doing that. I don't think that that necessarily will be forever. For the foreseeable it is, you know. Why haven't you jumped ship?
The Labour Party does not belong to Wes Streeting and that lot. Like, I really, really resent the idea that, like, I don't know, people like John McDonnell or me, you know, not putting us at the same level, but, you know.
Well, I'm a bit annoyed at him anyway. But.
The idea that, like, because Wes Streeting's in a senior position, therefore, like, I need to leave a political party, kind of annoys me. I have always had the same attitude, which is that, like, being a member of a political party is something that I will do or not do because I think it is the best way for me to contribute politically. And it is as pragmatic as that, really. And, you know, right now I'm focused on, particularly focused on climate energy policy, on energy policy specifically. And I think what Ed Miliband is doing as energy secretary is pretty great most of the time.
I like Ed Miliband.
He would like to be more ambitious than he is sometimes able to be, especially on, like, creating clean energy jobs in this country. I know that he wants to do more on that. I want to carry on supporting that work that he is doing. And I believe in it really, really deeply. And I think it's, like, absolutely necessary for this country's future and for this world's future.
What do you think happens to Starmer after May?
I think he loses his job.
Who's next?
I don't see him surviving the summer. I think the war, as in the war against Iran, has made it more possible that he will last longer than that. Because when there's like just huge disruption, actually, people don't necessarily want to sort of say, "Oh no, should we have a long leadership election and choose a new PM?" But it still might happen because, like, people's energy bills. In July, people's energy bills are going to rocket, and there's going to be a big fight within the Labour Party and across politics about how to protect people from that, both in terms of, like, how much direct subsidies to do immediately, but also, like, more broadly, what can we be doing to help people with their bills. And it's going to be a brutal fight.
Who is going to be in that fight?
So, I mean, this is the thing that I'm, like, thinking about at the moment, that I think we will see. I'm sure Angela Rayner is going to run.
Well, she attacked him the other week.
And that is very much her saying, I'm a leader within this party and I'm going to voice what the members of this party believe in very deeply, which is, like, not pretending that migrants are the problem in this country when we all know that migrants are not the problem in this country. Like, no.
Who else then? Who else? Angela Rayner?
So I think Angela Rayner will definitely run. Wes Streeting will definitely run. Will Shabana Mahmood run?
I mean, that woman is not getting anywhere near it. Come on. She's out there doing her best fucking evil witch impression, but, like, she's not got it. No one likes her.
I don't think
she hasn't got the same, like... I'm not being funny. She's not going to get it.
There's no
chance.
I don't see it.
She's so unpopular, and she's out there doing the most unpopular things.
So the thing is that Wes Streeting's Peter Mandelson connections have hurt him, and so what determines whether you get to be a candidate is whether you can get enough of the MPs.
Well, the problem also is we have 300 suits with no spine in the party.
They're not
and
all
it's
that bad,
basically
but
who can you pull.
So I think the thing is, you gotta, I mean, like, without wanting to get really dweeby about all of the details on this stuff, I think that Shabana Mahmood has got more chance than you might expect to get enough MPs behind her, so she'd be an actual candidate.
On the candidate, yeah.
I think that is.
But then
not
she'll get
impossible.
3% of the vote.
I can't imagine her becoming leader. And so then there's Andy Burnham as another option. I don't think he's going to be an MP in time, so I don't think he'll get to run. But he would be, if he was an MP, he would be a formidable candidate. And people talk about Ed Miliband running.
I've heard this.
I mean, he always says, "No way, been there, done
But
that."
I mean,
got
he
the t-shirt.
needs to change up a bit. I do really like Ed Miliband. Obviously, I voted for him, but I just can't. I don't know.
I mean, if he ran, he would again be a formidable challenger because he's very popular within the party. And he's extremely capable. I think Angela Rayner will get it. Actually,
See, I quite like this idea of people being leaders, not being leader, coming back, because actually, it's more of how our British system works. Like I, for example, like it when people are prime ministers and then go back to being MPs because it lets us know that they're like in it for the public service.
Well, this is why
rather
like
than
Theresa
this
May,
kind of
isn't
presidential,
it?
rather than, and Gordon Brown did it for a while, but like rather than this like presidential thing that like Tony Blair and David Cameron and Nick Clegg like tried to do. Well, oh, now I go off and I be like an ex-PM. It's like, well, no, you're a member of parliament. You've just been the top one for a bit and now you're back down. Like that's what I quite like about our system. If I like anything about it, like I do like that. So like, yeah, Theresa May going back and being the like MP for.
You know what? I just think the problem is that like we need to not care about the vibes. The vibes don't matter.
The vibes do matter to people though.
Okay, yes. And so we need to care about the vibes when we're like campaigning and we want to have good vibes to win an election or whatever. But like when we are judging who Theresa May is, we should just be thinking about what she did as Home Secretary, and we should be like, you know, put her in prison.
I remember her on the doorstep going, I tried 3 times. Cry, I love my country.
Oh God. I think a thing that is not recognised enough about Theresa May is that she tried to do a Brexit deal that would have been like a bit damaging but not super damaging, and she tried to, not super damaging, and she tried to dress it up as something basically hard. More xenophobic and nasty than actually was.
The problem with these people, with all Tories as well, is that they have to do or female Tories, they have to do a Thatcher impression as soon as they become PM. It's like, it just didn't work. Well, she was I'm not saying like she was a good PM. I'm not saying she was a good PM. I was saying she was the second best PM of my life.
Well, my
which
point
says to me is that none of them are actually good PMs. Do you know what I mean?
Whereas my point is that she was in a political position that no one would ever have made a good job out of. Yeah. And that comes as a result of the Brexit vote. And the Brexit vote is like a kind of wild flailing around of a political elite trying to find a solution to this intractable problem, which is like all of the money's going towards China.
Hi, guys. You've been watching a clip from one of our weekly episodes. We drop a new one every Wednesday. So hit that like button and ring the bell so you never miss a conversation. I've been Lewis, and that is enough about me. See you next time.